What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, is little brother Jace, Bro Shot. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing well, brother. Doing well.
Awesome. I'm so you found something funny.
Again, people don't give people hall passes. It's just a way to go bad. Woo! Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. It's Wednesday. We're getting it going. Let's go.
There's a lot to discuss as always, but before we go any further, let's say what's up to everybody hanging out with us in the chat. Rick Cage, green greetings and sweet Christmas, captains. Fare thee well. Blessings to all. To you as well, my friend. Snake Eyes. Howdy, partner. Omega 579. Hey. What's happening? What's happening with you, man? So, I already know. I know you are caught up on a few things here. Now, I am. It's a lot.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, so a whole lot. We were talking about a movie of which will lead to our inspiration. I will tell you that I've been continuing this. And oops. So I've been watching, getting my wife ready and prepared for the next Spider-Man. So I remember with the pandemic, she didn't get to watch No Way Home. So I was like, all right, well, you can't watch No Way Home until you do some homework. And they see all the streaming platforms and their lovely setup. Netflix had Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, and I own the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man films. And when Brand New Day came out, Netflix lost the Tobey Maguire ones. And I'm like, I suck so much. And somebody posted on Twitter this thing like Amazon and Netflix are the worst in terms of streaming platforms, where it goes, hey, would you like to watch this movie we don't have, but you can get it from another subscription service? It's like,
yeah. Oh my gosh. If Amazon, half your queue of, hey, this is available if you pay somebody else. Like, can we just make this not I remember I got so sick when initially using Amazon Prime, because I was like, I don't care about the stuff that everybody else has. What do you have? Tell me that question. And it's like, is there a feature or a menu option, a drop down to just remove this? And unfortunately, it's not. But that used to annoy the hell out of me. Like, because 90% of it was, we don't have this, but you can order it from somebody else or rent it for some reason too.
Yeah, it's so odd. It's like, then you really don't have it. All right. So let's see. There's a lot to go into. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to tackle it, but we got some more folks hanging out with us in the chat. King Elector, the king, is in the building. What's up, royalty? What's up, y'all? Jalen Parks, what's up, y'all? I made it just in time for the hey. Blake Target, Jeff, Jace, who's chief? Yo, movie filers. What's up, Blake? Blake, that's a nice devious plan, Jeff. Thank you. Honey, as much as I would love to take you to the new Spider-Man movie, you have to watch these other 6 movies first. Well, it's not that insidious. He's watched the previous 2 Spider-Man Tom Holland films. I don't know about the rest of you all married folks. Henry G, what's up? But my wife has a fill in the blanks. Oh, I saw that commercial. I clearly watched this movie. And it's like, no. And if you watched this movie years ago and you're going, who's Harry? No. We got to pull a Jey Uso, run it back. And, like the memory is fleeting. And so we watched the Andrew Garfield ones. And I was, because I had them. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to go do anything. I didn't have to go, oh, wait, is it on Tubi? I was desperate. I looked on Tubi. I looked on Pluto. I'm like, I don't even care if y'all have commercials. I should have looked on TNT's schedule and just recorded it, because, like it blew, maybe it's playing at 4 a.m. tonight. I was all right. we got to watch this because I want to go see it Saturday at the drive-in while it's still playing there. It'd be such a great way to watch it. And I'm like, all right, there's a limited amount of time to watch all these movies because you can't do multiple movies in a day. So I gotta use that time judiciously. And Spider-Man 3 is not even on the docket. So I'm like, cool. We just gotta watch these 4 movies. And so we watched the Garfield ones first. And man, rewatching Spider-Man or The Amazing Spider-Man, really good movie. And now it's just like I felt bad for Andrew Garfield because he, like Mark Webb, the director of that one, really understood. Like, all right, there were limitations from the Tobey Maguire films that started in 2002. They were part of the building blocks of the superhero genre, superhero blockbuster movies for Marvel. Yeah, Blade, it's first pillar. X-Men is the second. Spider-Man, maybe it's a triangle because I can't really think what the fourth one would be. Certainly not the Fantastic Four. But so I guess it's like a triangle platform in which they built up this universe. And then Marvel Studios came and then we're gonna make some additions, and we're just gonna actually build over which you guys started. But the Garfield Spider-Man movies are really well done. I think Mark Webb at that time, of course, did a great job of shooting Spider-Man's movements. And, because of Brand New Day, people are posting all these old videos, behind the scenes stuff of Garfield actually doing a bunch of the stunts and, trying to do what they could practically without having to use the CGI, which they did, of course. But he actually did a decent amount of it. And just like, man, this was good. I really wish they just kept the coat on the lizard. And I think that was the only thing I didn't like about the first one. And then the second one, I thought they handled all those subplots, much better costume. And I was like, yeah. And I was watching it. I was like, see, that's the superhero movie I will go to war on. Because I felt like it was a really, really great Spider-Man movie. When I watched it, people were hating, saying, what are you talking about? Your opinion's wrong. I'm like, oh, this is good. And I felt like it captured so much of what makes Spider-Man work. And I was just getting shot down. I'm like, you all don't wait, how do you not see that this is good? And so I was really feeling it when I watched it again. And then I realized I had drastically messed up because we needed to go back to the Maguire films. It's like, now you might notice if you were listening intently and closely, you heard that I said I own the Garfield Spider-Man movies. And I was trying to figure out how to watch the Maguire ones. And I own let me see, where am I in the X-Men collection? I own the first 2, the 4th, the 5th, and that's it. And so you're wondering what the 4th and 5th are.
You're talking about X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then,
I mean,
there are no more X-Men movies. They didn't make any more.
I mean, I don't even know why you have the first X-Men movie.
It's because it's the same deal as Maguire Spider-Man. It is a foundational block, and it's like the starting point of all this stuff. And especially now with the multiverse and all this, where it's like, okay, I guess in some wild, wacky way, they are part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. It's just rando Earth 2000, Earth 2002.
Jeff.
So,
Jeff, how does Cyclops come back?
Hey, listen. So, I mean, they come up with bogus ways to bring him back after they come in the comic book all the time. So,
I mean, again, I was still mad that they brought Professor X back at the end of, what was it, Last Stand, and like, wait, why are you bringing Professor X back? He got it far worse than Scott. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so as you were talking, I was kind of trying to listen to why did they think they needed to basically redo Spider-Man? And the Garfield movies, they had an interesting phenomenon. The first one did better than the second one. And the second one had a bigger production budget and marketing. Some of that was probably Jamie Foxx.
The problem was the first one came out. Are you looking at it right now?
I can pull it up on my other screen.
So the first Amazing Spider-Man came out after Avengers, and I think there was just a wave of hype and excitement of superhero movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm pretty sure Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out in 2015, same year as Avengers Age of Ultron.
2014 came out in
Hmm?
2014.
Which one? The second one?
2014, Amazing Spider-Man 2, which again makes sense how it does not take that long to do these movies. It took them 2 years to make it. Made one movie and it gave it probably another year, and it made another movie because they actually had a script ready for it, which again makes perfect sense
Yeah.
because it was actually a good movie.
It's wild. I still don't understand. I understand from Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige's perspective, like, all right, I need to age my Spider-Man down so I can have Spider-Man films from Civil War to 2026. No problem. I just felt like my guy Andrew Garfield, just like unfortunately, his Spider-Man films. I think if they got Amazing Spider-Man out in 2009, like if both of his movies came out before Avengers, I think they would have done better. And I think a third one after Avengers still would have done pretty well, but it was just like they'd gone to a whole nother level. And you
Well,
know, they were
I mean, to
fine,
me,
not great.
again, I have not watched Amazing Spider-Man 2 in a while, but I enjoyed Garfield's Spider-Man, and I was very, guys, are we really rebooting Spider-Man again? We have a formula, just pump these drinks out. And Tom Holland was, oh, okay, you're gonna do a straight up high school Spider-Man. Okay, all right, I can do it. And because of that, they have a leash, and Sony probably is thinking this is a great idea too, because Tom Holland doesn't look 30 plus years old. He still looks like a teenager. So as long as he can keep that going, Zendaya and Ned, if they can all keep that same, thanks. I do not know his actual proper name, which is ridiculous. But if they can age the same way they've been doing, they can keep pumping out movies all the time. And as second somebody said, pumping out, really phrasing, gosh, ridiculous. Yeah, but I think everybody is making money, so it's a good thing. But Andrew Garfield ones are really good. The Maguire, I think, are completely overrated. Which,
all right, so before the show, and I started it, and we weren't able to get to the absolute last few moments, but man, this was a tough watch for my wife. I know what I was in for because I don't own these movies. And I feel like Amazon has the first three and like a Blu-ray set for $21. I'm like, all right. So I'm paying $10 for 3 movies. Not a bad deal. Or $10 for 2 movies. Because the third one, it's like, do I even want to have this taking up the space of a Blu-ray on the shelf? I feel like no. Maybe there's a table that needs some propping up or something. But man, for when you're watching comic book movies around Iron Man, and then you go to like the first X-Men, you go to the first Spider-Man, it is gosh. And I recognize them for what they are. They're like, we're dipping our toes into this thing. We're trying to figure out how to make this work. Can we actually make our costumes colorful? And I feel like both X-Men and Spider-Man kind of suffer from the how far can we push these costumes? And man, I had this deep in my core memory that I hate the Green Goblin's costume. Rewatching that movie today, it's like I feel like they redesigned it to make it so much worse. Or if you just put him in his comic book outfit, okay, he's got sort of mechanical arms and sort of mechanical legs beyond the shorts. But if you just put him in clothes for most of it, a little hoodie hat, the costume just looks better. and it's just it looks so bad, and I'm just like, gosh, he
Plus,
really
I
looks
mean,
like a Power Rangers villain.
pull it up on screen what it looks like uh
Give me
in
a second.
comic book versus what they did. Because I mean, using what they did in comic book, they were just like, nah, everybody will think it's corny. We can't do that. Even though Spider-Man technically is walking around in, a onesie.
I mean, but they and the crazy part is they got Spider-Man's outfit just fine. There's no issue. It's like, okay, that works for a translation to the big screen. I don't know why they were like, we've got to make Green Goblin's costume different.
I mean,
This is a really easy to pull off and just make look solid on the big screen. And
okay,
for whatever reason, they were like, I'm gotta pull it up.
okay, Leah, you got to look at because it's like the comic book actually makes him look like a goblin. This is kind of a demon kind of thing that they tried to do. I mean, a whole lot of metal because we can do color, but we got to do a metal because nobody's walking around in a unitard and then puts green, purple on top of that.
It is. The thing is, the outfit looks so much better, and I am so incensed of how stupid that design looks. It is just like, gosh, I hate this look so much. This is not going to be a high res image, but work with me. Here it is, and I'm sure you all know this. I'm not saying anything different to y'all, but gosh, yeah, it's like they put more work into design and make it look bad.
Yes, they did.
I'm working on it, Henry G. That is strange. Michael Solis, what's up?
What's up?
Didn't they have an animatronic mask when James Cameron's in the production? Yeah, and I watched that video. I'm like, why did they use this? It's so crazy. Like the animatronic. Have you seen that?
They did. DiCaprio was pegged for that for a little bit.
Let me see if I can find that.
Huh.
Let's see. I think there we go. All right, so let me pause here so I can actually play it so you can see it with me. All right, so.
Yeah.
Too scary.
That looks scary.
Whatever. Green Goblin's not supposed to be like hugging kids or something.
No, again, that's that. The weird thing is Green Goblin, based on the name, actually, it's like he looks like a terrifying little demon. Which you don't need to. I mean, all that extra stuff makes it look corny, but that would have actually made it. Oh wow, this is something that terrifies people, and yeah, that should have. I mean, that would have worked.
Yeah, I'm baffled by that one.
And if you didn't know if people were going, I mean, because at that point we've had Batman, Blade, and we're a new frontier almost. We have to kind of, all right, we can go with color scheme, but we can't have it scary. We got to make this as family friendly as possible to make all the money we want to. And a terrifying little demon probably isn't going to give us that repeat buyer we want. Technically, viewer.
Yeah, it's really weird. So that was that. But yeah, so my wife not a fan of the Tobey Spider-Man at all. I was just like, this is terrible. I give it 2 out of 2. Like, it's not that bad.
No, I mean we it's funny. We know the curve, but there is no way. I mean, you could jump in and say, all right, let's watch these. Because I can say, Javon might beef for me on this. I could have my kid watch Christopher Reeve Superman and not come off as corny. hey, oh, this looks cool. It looks, it treats Superman as a big deal. The Tobey Maguire is so trying to toe the line. Yeah, we want to make money, but we don't want to go comic-y. And that twofer, Spider-Man, oh, he doesn't talk with his mask off. Like, stupid. Like, you're missing part of the character. This Green Goblin character is so trying to take over the movie. It's excessive. And then you got James Franco. He's in such a bad way. Oh, his life is so hard, in his upstate mansion. I mean, and Kristen Dunst is Mary Jane the what? I'm sorry. Kristen Dunst was miscast in that movie, just 100,000%. I mean, Eliza Duku, her co-star in freaking Bring It On would have been a better choice. But no, we're thinking we're going to go and bring her in. Horrible. And then we try and make her the next girl next door. Boo. I mean, there's so many mistakes, and then you're watching it like, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. My gosh, bring back Iron Man. This is garbage. Yeah, not a chance.
What's funny is watching it and then going like, yeah, going from Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone, and just feeling like they really had it. They just needed to swap the love interest. But I wouldn't have felt like Tobey could have in any way, shape, or form been able to pull Emma Stone's Mary Jane Watson. I believe it a lot more Kirsten Dunst, but I feel like Kirsten would have been a perfect girl next door Gwen Stacy character, and Emma Stone played. Emma Stone was good. It was just really funny. Because it's like, man.
I mean, here's the thing: is after Easy A, there was no way that you could have Emma Stone play just a little homely. It's like, nah, that's not gonna work. She's already shown she can pull off that. Everybody's in high school is checking for her. Like, no, that's not gonna work. So, if you don't want to have comparisons with Kristen Dunst, yeah, go with Gwen Stacy. She's a natural blonde anyway. It's okay. But yeah, it's a whole lot of steps backwards to watch those Tobey Maguire movies.
So I'm very much looking forward to watching Spider-Man 2, a movie that I feel like you, dear brother, has just a stupendously amazing, spectacular hold on comic book movie fans as they hold it up as one of the greatest examples of the superhero movie genre. And I'm like, I didn't think it was great when I watched it. I thought it was really good for the time. I wasn't like, this is the greatest. And I'm like, it's pretty good. Because again, I felt like Spider-Man needs to be a nonstop motor mouth while he's doing his stuff. I did feel like the Tobey Maguire first Spider-Man captured a whole lot of Peter Parker's life that was really well done. I just felt like they didn't really capture Spider-Man while he's got the mask, which Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man does all day. Hey, I'm walking. He's like, he doesn't shut up, which is great. He's got a New York accent too, which is pretty impressive because he's not from New York. And it was really funny just listening to him prattle on. But it's just like, it's so noticeable, especially the Spider-Man 2.
And again, if you want to have any credibility, that part is always like, nope. I mean, I'm sorry. I love New Yorkers, but there is no. Sure. I mean, Joe Janet Jameson has literally a bouncy for this dude. Are you thinking I'm going to give him a mask? Nah, dude. Here's the picture. Put me on, dog. Like, no. Put me on, B. Nah, son. Nah. Absolutely not. And I mean, the train scene is, because some parties I was skimming through an article. Oh, this train scene is one of the best examples of comic books action. I'm like, no. Just no.
The action is good. The end point. Just...
Wait, okay, that's like saying again, I have not watched this scene, but you guys saying, oh, Dark Phoenix has one of the best X-Men in what? It still sucked. Like, the movie still sucks.
Wait a second. You said you hadn't even seen it.
I don't care.
How you know, as Andrade would say?
You know what? I also sometimes can read a review like I did on LowsMovieThought.com. And no, I'm not touching trash. I
said when it's on Disney Plus, go to the train scene and watch it. I didn't say watch the rest of the movie. I said just watch that scene.
Jennifer Lawrence, like, am I dying yet, or is that another 5 minutes? Like, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, come on.
Jennifer Lawrence is trying to get out after Days of Future Past. I was like, gosh,
I mean, that
every
was good.
performance after that is just like, man,
Yeah,
what,
like,
what are we even doing?
Why am I here? Again, makes no sense. Like, I left. Remember, we got past that. I'm never an Avenger after that. Why am I here? You signed a contract for 5 movies. Whose dumb ass idea was that? Your agent.
She was like, hey, how about that?
Oh, there's an escalating clause. I get more money. Okay. All right. Yeah, great call, agent. Yeah, but there's far. I mean, if you just look at Phase 1 of Marvel movies, come on, guys. These are a whole different category of ball game of movie, and I think those are much more likely to be timeless. I mean, as I said, Superman 1 and 2 are timeless. Early Avengers movies will be fine. They'll be shown on that Oscar reel. Thank you. We did good. But Tobey Maguire movies, no, they're gone.
It is funny because I know what I was in for, so I was not like, this is bad. I just felt like the Green Goblin. It's like they kind of have his playful, maniacal side, and I think Willem Dafoe is great. But it's like, it's really like, you got to do this homework because it's so much better when you do the homework, so you can appreciate these characters when you get to the great appearance of them. So anyway,
yeah, I mean,
I'm making her suffer so she can appreciate it later. Because it was funny because she was like, oh man, it's too bad about Electro. He died. And I was like, wait, right. Yes, he did die.
Yes, it is sad. It is sad. I mean,
that's the last time for this Spider-Man.
Oh gosh, Jeff. Technically, you have to watch Spider-Man 3.
Oh no, I'm not going that far.
Jeff,
that you fill in the place. You
it's like, no, there's a Sandman character.
It got turned into sand. There you go. You're welcome.
Sandman character. Don't worry about it.
Because his whole thing is not that deep, and he doesn't show up. He's just saying the whole time, so we're good. It's like, no, we're good. King of Light. I remember a lot of people loved that armor and costume, and the figures were real popular too back then. So you know what's funny? I still have the Norman Osborn in the chair because it's great. I mean, that is for that time period. Those figures were excellent, and they hold up pretty well. I still have the wrestling disguise Spider-Man, and it has the visuals of the original Spider-Man story down pat. Rosemary Harris just like taking her straight from the comic book, making her Aunt May, and the origin. I mean, having Macho Man in it. I mean, you can't knock a movie because it finds a great way to work in Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, dig it. Bruce Campbell is the ring announcer. I mean, it's like, yeah, the movie still has some charm, but I hate that armor costume. I will fully on record. Scary because it's more of a face. Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, Peter, I'm coming. But she can't. I hate it so much. Omega 579. It would have been better if they just had Green Goblin morph into a green skin goblin. See, I don't like that either. I didn't like that Ultimate's take on him. I just wearing a costume in a comic book movie based off of a comic book. Just, I don't know, it just works. And if we can go along with everything else that a radioactive spider didn't kill him, then I can just go along this crazy dude is cracked and he's putting on clothes as a goblin.
Yeah, I mean, because when they tried to do Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I didn't think that worked either. I think whatever the little...
You mean the design?
Yeah. When they had their Harry Osborn changeover, that didn't work to me either.
I didn't love the design. I thought that they did a good job of making all those subplots come together in a way that I was like, okay, this works. And how they played up the whole Gwen Stacy and how it totally subverts everything. The father makes it promise not to hang around her because she could get hurt. And then, shocker, she does get hurt in the next movie. It's like, whoa,
yeah,
that's wild. So
yes.
I
Like his
absolutely
dying declaration. Hey, can you make sure? No problem.
he's not like tell my family I love her. He's like, stay away from my daughter. Okay, dude. Thanks. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I think now studios understand sticking to the comic book look is the better and easiest way to go. I think before they were so hesitant. I mean, I think X-Men was one of the easiest. I mean, just classic example. Oh, what do you want us to run around and spend and colorful tights? It was just,
Oh,
yeah, actually, you should have. Instead of those black leather, which made you all look, none of you guys look unique. Like, it looked very boring. Like, they just did not want to lean into it. Now it's, hey, we need, I mean, it's fun to actually lean into costumes. It's fun. That, yeah, I don't think we'll ever get back to those, monochromatic costumes that they used to do.
what do you think about
monochromatic?
what do you think about the X-Men Grant Morrison look? And that's hold on. Frank Quietly, Grant Morrison, black jackets, big day glow, yellow X on the outfits. What do you think of those? We've seen them in X-Men 97. Would those work for
I'm gonna say I don't like them as much. I mean, I saw it, kind of, hey, you still had the pants and there was accents of color. I mean, other costume, but I still think it was kind of lazy.
they did those simply because they wanted to look more like the the actual movie stuff. So that's what happened there. It's like, okay.
And again, that's not gonna bring people in by conforming to Lane. I mean, they went to the movies because of your X-Men comic book. You don't have to dumb it down for them. Like that new audience is gonna be like, oh, they're not wearing the black leather outfits. I mean, the Matrix had rocked that. We are good. We see Neo does this. That's his look. You guys simmer down.
Exactly. Henry G asked, so I am putting together a actual what's his face? A trivia game. I'm working on it. I'm almost done. Apparently I can crank these out pretty quickly. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah. Thanks, Henry. Take my title back. It's freaking ridiculous.
No pictures this time, but
very salty about that.
I can tell. Let me see. Let's go back to the chat. Pack Rap. I like the Tobey movies. It's fairly accurate to the overall vibe. I agree, but they missed the genius Peter Parker that we got in the palm. It was like the web shooters. Like, okay, I get it, but they didn't show off that he was super smart, which is one of those issues I have with the Robert Pattinson Batman films. Wait, they only made one. Where he's like relying on Alfred to do everything. And it's just like, dude, he's smart. And both of the Amazing Spider-Man, the Holland Spider-Man films show that Peter is a genius. And there's not a whole lot of that with Tobey. And I just we had a little bit more humor as well. Mark A. If they had the CGI technology back then to make the Goblin look like the comic, then Willem Dafoe would have been the perfect casting for Harry or Norman. Yeah, exactly. They're a product of their time. Let us get to where we are now. I agree.
That is the correct decision.
Pizza time. It's always pizza time.
Cowabunga?
Yeah. Future GC Warrior. Cool. 360. Sup, Jeff? You bros rock. Thank you, my guy. Dark Phoenix train scene is actually dope. I agree, Jeff. It really is. You still have your Disney Plus, and it is like you can just scrub. Don't waste any time. When you get to the train station, just let it play because it's a fantastic example of them putting their powers in a team. I mean, it's so good. My only regret is it's associated with such a crummy X-Men movie. It's really well done.
Yeah, okay. I always wonder because I think X-Men Apocalypse was just how did you miss this layup here after Days of Future Past? I think that's probably why I mean, regarding the review is just, guys, this is Apocalypse. I mean, I think from X-Men 97, we've seen, hey, Apocalypse is a pretty big dude. And just so bungling it. Like, Magneto's a horseman. Why? Why does he need to be a horseman?
He needs to be in this movie.
Like, gosh, like, is he? I get he's under contract. Man, how did do it in jail? Cameo, peace out, bruh. Like, no. Horrible. Now, here, and this is the thing. I'm sure, hey, you're paying for an actor. You want people to know this is the man behind the mask. But it just kind of has the Mandalorian is shown. We don't need to see the guy behind the mask that much. Just have him pop off the mask when it's appropriate or whenever you want to. And we hear the voice, that's Toby. But because they made Toby not talk, when he had the Spider-Man mask, you had to be reminded, oh, yeah, this is that guy. Because they didn't think, hey, we need to actually have him. I don't know if it was maybe a functional mask issue that he couldn't talk because of how it was. But I think there was just, we need to make sure we show his head as much as possible.
Yeah, that was always interesting. And Toby made some very interesting faces, too.
Hey, you would not be able to see that in the mask. Man, I'm holding the train back, which I'm not going to make that face on camera because that's a choice, brother.
That's how I feel about episode 9. There's no need to watch it. I know it's trash. Whatever do you mean? Episode 9?
Palpatine's back. Somehow.
I heard Jessica Chastain was supposed to be Lilandra, but they changed her name. They needed to because it was absolutely nothing to do with Lilandra. You can watch Sandman's origin. Dude, that's true. They do a solid job. But see, the problem is I don't have those movies, and I don't know how much Amazon credit we have. That's what we were able to watch Spider-Man for free. And it was so bad. She was in the library and was like, yeah, I saw they had Spider-Man, but it was on DVD. And she's like, does our 4K player play DVDs? I'm like, yeah. That's because they made that stuff backwards compatible back in the day. Mm-hmm. It's like, but her eyes are like, man, stop. What is this DVD foolishness?
Bends us. Yeah.
Heck, I don't know what they were thinking. Spider-Man 3, the continual waterworks. Oy vey.
Yeah.
Macho messed up his back permanently during that tumble into the cave. Really?
Really?
Wow.
That sucks.
I'm sure he got paid for that one. Yeah, we just watched it. I guess you came on a little too late, but we did. Yeah, we just saw it.
Yeah. I mean, I like that mask. I think they made a bad call.
We did get costumes closer to X-Men at the end of Dark Phoenix. Yes. And they didn't give us another. We'll see y'all later. David Thanos, what's up? What is season finale? We're about to get to that in a second. Jalen Price, I like the quietly Morrison designs as a look, but not the definitive look. It was not in the comics at the time, but they would be born on screen. Yes. I think with that team of X-Men who had been established as X-Men for a long time, switching to that look was kind of fun, unique, and like I think it actually works for X-Men 97 because we've seen them in colorful costumes. So going to this uniform look, I was fine. And of course, I'd like to see some different costumes next season, but yeah. Jay sounds kind of salty. Wonder why.
I was off the freaking bench, man. It's freaking ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm going to star this one. Let me see.
Yeah, you guys like those guys?
Fleecy. I like Toby films, but the organic webs are lazy to me. I like him running out fluid. Right. Like that is a whole part of him. Like, whoa. Another really cool thing in the Garfield one was he's fighting Electro and the jolt messes up his web shooters. It did, thanks to Gwen's help. He figured out I need to magnetize him, which was cool. It's like he has to figure out a solution to a problem. And he's running out of web fluid. And he's like, oh, shoot, I can't use this one. I can only use the one on my left arm. Oh, that. X-Men Apocalypse was not good. I never finished it. I skipped Dark Phoenix entirely.
I wonder, man. I think it was like Storm was introduced. It's like, no, I'm my annoyance is so high at this point. And then Apocalypse, it was only time he actually expands is in a dream. Like, come on, bro. Like, no. I mean, that dude was treated like such a B-level character versus, I mean, what was it? Psylocke was one of his horsemen. Like, come
Yes.
on.
Yeah, it was. I won't say anything, but now I've got my idea for my last question in this trivia game.
Oh no. Who was the worst horseman?
Awesome. Huh?
I said, what was Magneto's name as a horseman? Loser.
I think he might have been deaf. It wasn't great. It was really, really one of those things where it's like, that's not going to get it done.
No.
At all. All right. I figured out the answer to this one. This should be pretty funny. Let's see. And all right. This is all my choices on this. So this should be really fun on this one. You all get to see it in a second. All right. But people keep mentioning CGI, meaning making Goblin into a creature and all those alternate takes. But you all saw the animatronic mask. That was the answer. They dropped the ball on over design. Yes, it was one of those cases where it's like and that's what always baffles me. You put clothes on him, you don't have to worry about, hey, what's his chest look like? And I think that's what makes it look like a Power Ranger. Some of those fight scenes, very reminiscent of Power Ranger fights too, which is kind of like it's a comic book superhero movie. Sam Raimi basically setting up Marvel action fight scenes. I'll give him a major break because he's the one designing stuff. Blade could be a horror movie with a guy killing vampires, but it's really, really, really hard to write that though. Like it's impossible to come up with a good concept for a guy who runs around and kills vampires. No ideas. Absolutely come to mind with that.
Look, hear me out. Blade kills vampires.
That's never gonna work.
I know. But I think this is one of the thing about No Way Home. I think they really got Green Goblin. It's like, hey, we don't need this stupid mask. Here's we just had this coat over top of. Yeah, got the hoodie. It works, and it's just why. I mean, it's.
I was mad he took the mask off with that. I looked like this was a hoodie.
Oh yeah.
I would debate your last statement now, but I really, really like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And I felt like if they just decided, let's quickly introduce Spider-Man to this universe and have him be an older Peter Parker, he would fit in fine with the Avengers, the Guardians at that period of the MCU with no issue. Now, super major credit to him because I would be kicking tables over, flipping pool tape because it would just be like, gosh, I was this close to getting paid.
Well, if you're an actor who is not just driven by money, it's hey, he's gone on to really good things outside of Spider-Man, been up for a lot of awards, a lot of acclaim, been able to, really expand his craft. So
sure, Jan, sure. Hey, I was going to text you this. In the Garfield, yeah,
I didn't say me.
In the Garfield,
me, I'm motivated by money.
In the Garfield Spider-Man movies, Gwen's brother is Jimmy Olsen. Did you remember that?
No.
Yeah, I was like, wait. I saw him in the credits. And I was like, oh, there he goes. Very wild because it was just this funny thing. I'm like, how interesting. Right. Episode 9 didn't even exist. I'm so confused what you're talking about. 7 and 8, Eraser Memory 2. Just X-Men Apocalypse was meh. I couldn't get past the 4-foot apocalypse. Pack Rat, Olivia Munn was wasted in that movie. She put up with that outfit for nothing. I wouldn't say for nothing.
Oh my gosh. Because that was one of those, she almost casted herself into that movie. Like, yo, if you want me to be this role, I am available. I can rock this outfit. I mean, and it was all right, guys.
Number one, Chief Rocker.
It was like, hey, I'm in this, I'm doing this. But hey, Psylocke can do anything. Nah, she's just a horseman. Like,
again, I wouldn't say waste But I mean, there was at least one good part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with the Willem Dafoe Goblin just because his face was scarier than the mask.
Yeah, he had to do heavier lifting than that mask did because it was so.
Yeah, I absolutely feel like he was excellent in the first Spider-Man movie when you realize it's like, hey, that cut on his wrist, I did that, and he's so good in that. I just wish his outfit was better. I'm modding my No Way Home Goblin so I could have the mask and the hoodie on. Oh, that's cool,
Oh.
Michael Salas. I need to see that. So much. I can't even get into all the stuff you've missed. It's crazy. All right, now speaking of things people might have missed. So I'm not sure if you remember all the amazing things that James Gunn had in store for all of you all with this DC cinematic universe chapter 1. I don't know if you remember, because not a whole lot of it is coming to pass. And so there is more news about what's going on. And I just want to pull this up here so you can see DC Studios DCU chapter 1. And good gosh, this was not working. Superman Legacy, which just became Superman, The Brave and the Bold, okay, Swamp Thing, The Authority, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which just became Supergirl, Waller, Lantern, Creature Commandos, Booster Gold, Paradise Lost. Hey, really quick here.
4. That's it. 4.
Because apparently the Waller TV series featuring Amanda Waller somehow is not coming to pass. And I got to tell you, I cannot believe it. I am so disappointed that we're not getting the show about Amanda Waller, who works behind a desk, scheming on supervillains to get killed, is not coming through. I mean, can you imagine the tension, the drama, the action sequences of Amanda going, should I use the black pen to sign this executive order, or should I go with the blue one? Oh, man.
Okay, all right.
So much
stuff. Here's the thing. If you wanted to design a show of Amanda Waller, you would have, I mean, your starting point would be Justice League Unlimited. It's all right. How is she scheming behind the scene to work with the government, a Task Force X, and maybe even Castle? How did they merge all three of those? She's playing everybody for what she feels is a betterment of the country. I
feel like you're missing the important part here. This is chapter 1. We don't need a Waller TV show ever. We especially don't need it in chapter 1 when they're starting up this new universe. We need Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, maybe Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, Green Arrow. Call it a day. Let's not make this any more complicated than it need be.
This is one of those, hey, we need to build towards our Justice League and build them up. I mean, I don't see, again, Hawkman, you've said in a couple episodes, a really fascinating character. You can have 3 movies on him that have never been on screen. You could, tailor your budget to your lower expectations, but this could be fun. Swamp Thing, how many times have we tried to do Swamp Thing? Swamp Thing is our fetch. It's not happening, okay? Just stop it. Paradise Lost, that was, again, one of those, hey, we're going to do a Themyscira Game of Thrones style, but no Wonder Woman? Who asked for this crap? No. Creature Commando, bruh, just next. The Authority. The Authority doesn't need to come out until you need to have someone challenge Superman. And we've just been introduced to Superman. So that doesn't need to happen.
Why, that would be like killing off Superman the second movie after you introduce him.
Hey, and you know how you lose control of the studio? Doing dumb. Let me keep my PG-13. Doing dumb stuff like that.
And again, I like the Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Edition. It's just, I don't know why we needed that last act with Doomsday.
Last half hour should not have happened. They should have put Lex Luthor in jail based on all his machinations and called it a day. But Booster Gold. Come on.
They could have spent 20 minutes on every episode with Triple H talking very slowly.
Yeah. Booster Gold. Yes, Booster Gold is a layup. It's a TV show, movie, perfect. Like you can actually ask anyone to write this movie. Just give them the bullet points. Here's who this dude is. Write me a script. Go. Lanterns.
Lanterns should have been in that higher column or the higher row. It should have been a movie. I don't need a TV show about Green Lanterns. I'm very curious about this show when it starts on Sunday. Very curious.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it on my DVR. I'm gonna watch it. I know what I'm in for. I do not know what I'm in for. I've seen trailers. None of these trailers have given me hype like, okay, I'm probably wrong. I'm sorry. Go back to that comment right there. How hard is that to write? I mean, just the tagline, Booster Gold, stamping it. I mean, even the Smallville, who didn't have 4 episodes to do Booster Gold, they did 1 Booster Gold episode and got it. Hey, here you go. Stamping, I'm awesome, Booster Gold. Give me all the thing. Yes, this is what I'm here for. Like, it's hard to write.
Booster would have been fine later. Or if he decided to put a Justice League International. But putting Booster on his own, chapter 1, is dicey. I mean, it's like that Blue Beetle movie where it's fine, but he's not a pillar of which to build your universe on.
Okay. But
Marvel Studios did this with Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America. Very clear. These are our 4 pillars, our foundational franchise, even though we only got 1 Hulk thing. And it was like, these are who we're going to go to. We're going to keep repeating these characters as we go through the Avengers movies. We build to the end of phase 1, the Infinity Saga. And it's just like, where in this do you see any connective tissue?
What? Huh?
I mean, it's all over the place. And trying to do a Swamp Thing movie, like you said, it's just like, they have tried and failed so many times with Swamp Thing. They're better characters of which to do anything with. And going with Swamp Thing is it's not even a risk. It's a bad waste of the graphic department putting Swamp Thing on the slideshow's time. Jeff, they could have played, huh?
That was copied and pasted from the last Swamp Thing presentation. But I say you can use Booster Gold as part of a Justice League. Hey, you have Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, and then you can have Booster Gold and Blue Beetle come in to that team to make your Justice League. I mean, that to me, that's how you make it work. It's all right. We're using our Blue Beetle property that we've already had. We're introduce this guy, Booster Gold. They'll be besties. They'll come in, be the comic relief for the Justice League movie that'll happen in what are we, 2030? Like, yeah, this should be workable if we actually make movies, but we don't do that.
Yeah, it's too much focus on TV series. And Marvel Studios is basically like, yeah, we're not going to do this because it's interrupting our quality of our movies. It's diluting the brand. And we need to get people back to the theaters, paying money, not paying for Disney Plus. And to have so much riding on the TV side of things, not having people, I mean, like Peacemaker season 2, which I was not going to drive people to go see Supergirl in theaters. And I just feel like, yeah, it doesn't all have to be connected, but if you connect it, people get invested and they feel a sense of obligation of, oh, I want to know the next part of the story. I guess I'll go to the movies to see this. And if you just do standalone stuff, and Rick Cage, why I'm saying they don't need a TV show about lanterns or about Green Lanterns is because they're going to spend half the time not in their costumes. It's going to be them in street gear like any other CBS police protocol or procedural story, where it's like, yeah, okay, maybe they'll put on their costumes, maybe every fourth episode.
5 minutes in an
I
episode.
want to see them actually looking like Green Lanterns in a show,
Now,
not looking like some dude I can see at Target.
Jeff, have you seen the latest trailers? What they're
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so to me, it's going to be, all right, are we going to go to 5 minutes? I mean, that's what we're going to get. We're going to get 5 minutes in costume trying to save the budget. But these properties that they're putting on TV cost just as much as a TV show, and the return isn't as good. It's,
You
we
mean
spent
movie?
180, I'm sorry. We spent $180 million on a TV show. All right, where's the return? We got some great numbers, but it's not numbers that we weren't already going to get. They've already paid their money. But for a movie, you spend, if you're lucky, you spend $180 million, you make $1 billion. See Spider-Man 2. I mean, I'm sorry, see Spider-Man Far From Home. Like, this is, they got to figure out if they want to have another contract, this TV has to go and get scrapped. It's focus on movies that can work and don't hire these writers. I mean, because you've put resources into a writing room for Waller. No, you don't need it. You put a writing room for Famous Scare. Oh, then you did a draft and you knew it was trash. Those guys shouldn't even been doing that.
So, what wasn't on that slideshow? They were also trying to get a Catwoman and Poison Ivy show or series on HBO. HBO was like, nah, no thanks. We're good. And again, I just feel like of any universe in DC that has been plucked pretty good to the root in terms of story ideas and characters seen repeatedly, it's Batman. There's so much more in the DC universe than just Batman. And here's a Harley Quinn movie that maybe people wanted to see based on her breakout roles in the Suicide Squad films. But we're going to introduce a bunch of other characters instead of making a Harley Quinn movie. Poison Ivy, she was all over Gotham. She's had her time as a Batman villain in a movie. Granted, the worst of the bunch. And Catwoman, she's in everything that we get with Batman. Why do we need a Catwoman show?
Okay, I mean, so it was going to be Catwoman and Poison Ivy in it?
No, a Catwoman show, a Poison Ivy show.
How's okay? I mean, I think after the adult animation Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, that train is gone. You don't need to show anymore. There's again, as you said, there's no fertile ground. Like Gotham. I mean, I'll watch Gotham again if I want to watch any more Batman bad guys. Look, I don't need to give me get me a Batman movie like that. I mean, how does that? I mean, and this is why I always thought they should have said, "Hey, Matt Reeves, we thank you for your work, but we're going to go in a different direction. We're going to put our Batman resources here, not into your movie that's going to take 10 years to make." I mean, that's just, hey, if you want to write a Batman movie for our universe, cool. But this standalone, nah, man. I as a studio head, you have to, hey, I got to watch out for the budget of this studio for this little corner. I can't have resources here when it's taken away from this. I mean, I think somebody in the chat said they haven't had their contract renewed. I don't think they will.
I don't feel like they have made decisions that would, I mean, because if their contract was only up through 2026 or 2027, I don't think they put enough out there to be like, yes, they can keep the keys to the kingdom. They've banked on 3 shows, 3 movies, one of which was a hit. The other did worse than Catwoman. I mean, and when it was announced and rolled out, it was like, we were going, it's Lanterns a TV show. Why do they need a Waller TV show? And I feel like just from casual DC fans going, why this choice? When do a Hawkman? I mean, there's just so many different directions. I feel like they just went on these quirky, yeah, let's try this. Yeah, let's do this. This will be wacky fun. I don't know.
Well, because
hey man, I like the adventures of James Gordon.
Hey man, hey, their Joker was one of the best Jokers ever, frankly.
Excellent.
But I remember during the pandemic when they were doing the GC rollout of the movies, that to me got me excited. Hey, we got this movie come out. We got Flashpoint coming out. It was, I don't agree with the choice of Flashpoint this early, but hey, we'll see what you guys can do. When James Gunn announced those movies, it was just no. And why are we trying to hit singles when everybody knows you need to be trying to hit at least triples? Like, movies making money. But Creature Commandos, it's going to be a little R-rated, quirky cartoon. Why? I don't know these characters. They're going to be utilized in the movies. I don't care if they're in the movies. Like, it seemed like they were making so many bad choices out the gate. It just wasn't going to go anywhere.
This is always the thing. I feel like doing well on streaming and digital is cool, but where are these people when the movies are in the theaters? Because to get these things going with a sequel, that's why I was like, go see Masters of the Universe in the theaters. And, I'm glad it's #1 on Amazon in the world for 3 straight weeks. But if those people went to see it in the theater, it wouldn't be this thing of, will we get a sequel? And I'm like, of course we're getting a sequel. What are you talking about? They like money.
Luckily Amazon believed in the property and said, hey, we're okay. The reviews for the people who've seen it are good. And now that they've seen it on streaming, these people will go and see it in the movie theater. Now, for Supergirl, you were banking on a whole lot of money. And I wonder if they're going to start putting this streaming revenue into these movies' actual totals. So it's, hey, was this really a flop? Because, hey, it made so much money on digital. Because, hey, people just don't believe in spending that big money to go to the movies. But say if it's
I feel like Sony and Disney are not going to have to put an asterisk. Hey, after we included the digital sales, Spider-Man Brand New Day made money.
Yes. Hey, if we're trying to salvage something, I'm sure especially if you're Peter Gunn, James Gunn and Peter Safran, you're like, hey, it wasn't a hit in the movies, but based on its streaming revenue, it's turned a better profit, or it's broke closer to even, which you're trying to convince your boss you need to sign that next check. I got to create all the numbers and all the positive reviews possible.
So you say they got to cook the books.
Oh, like a lighter, bro.
All right, let's go on to X-Men 97. And I don't know how much. I know DC Studios is not cooking. So X-Men 97 had its season finale this week. And I implored all of you to stay far away from social media so you could be pleasantly surprised, unspoiled by what happened. So in the interest of fairness, we're not going to spoil what happened tonight.
Okay.
In case you didn't get a chance to see it.
All
Just real quick thoughts. What did you think, bro?
Okay. Real quick thought. I'm glad I listened to you. Because somebody just
no, you don't need to say anything else. Just boop.
No, just somebody on the thing. It was just, seriously, dude. Like, that's not a comment you put on it. You're a jerk.
They put on what?
It was on the Marvel Studios, hey, X-Men 97 page. It was like, come on. And I'm not on something that, I'm on YouTube, of course, but it's like, that's not the pinned comment I want, bro. That sucked. But again, X-Men 97 has been really good. The sophomore season is, I don't know if it's 10. I'm definitely going to go watch it and rewatch it again, but I think they did an excellent job on this. If they put this out on to digital, physical media, I will be buying this because who knows? I may get pissed at Disney Plus again. You never can tell. But this is really good. Again, you're getting top-notch action. The animation is still really good, and you're gonna feel some emotion. So that last week showed you, hey, there's something big happening. So they continue to really good on this one.
I was trying to remember when I watched that final episode and was like, yo. And I tend to watch stuff later when the wife's asleep. So I'm like, yo, that might have been loud. And I have my headphones on, so I'm not very conscious of how loud I'm being. But yeah, it was really good. I've read on social media just comments from people who've watched it and like, oh man, they rushed through stuff. And okay, I guess that isn't an unfair take. Would it be better for them to have more episodes? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it better to have more episodes and take longer to get it? I don't know. With comic book stories, and I think they've done a pretty good job with this, I think they could afford to have different subplots going and some continue on from one season to the next without it being a big deal. So, yeah, I think there's some I would have liked to have seen them, spend a bit more time. But I thought that was with the first season. I was like, yo, Inferno, we got that. Man, it was just one episode though. Oh, it was so great to have like 5 episodes devoted to that.
I definitely can see this season. Yeah, 15. If they could figure out in the budget, but for them, it's hey, we can crank these out 9 to 10 episodes in a year. We can't do. We're giving you a very steady diet of 10 episodes once a year, no delay. Versus, oh, I mean, hell, it's been 3 years since Wendy. I don't even know when the last time. I mean, I know this is not animated, but Dune Prophecy on HBO still hasn't had a second season. I mean, there's so many of these. We don't know what's going to happen. I'll take my diet of 9 of really good episodes versus trying to bloat it to 24, 25 episodes when we're used for the quicker pacing that we've gotten so far.
Please see. X-Men 97, I loved it. No spoilers, but I had to cry in the car. It did hit hard. It was because I was expecting one thing and I emotionally, mentally prepared for it. And it was like, oh, okay. Wow. That's something. Michael Solis. I feel like X-Men 97 moves too fast. I can see that. Yeah. Just because X-Men is such character drama, it really feels like the series is going through a lot of big arcs. And of course, we don't know what percentage Bo DeMaio's scripts were changed as the season came to an ending. I don't think I've seen him post much on social media, but I know he said his original plans were for Onslaught to be a factor heading into season 3 or the end of this season. So I don't
know. Okay. Again, Bo DeMaio is about to come Mayo DeBo for season 3. So he's figured out, hey, maybe stay a little quiet. We'll switch the names. Don't worry. You'll be back to being the head writer.
I did see a lot of comments going who weren't a fan of how the season played out. And like, all the first 4 episodes cooked, then it just fell off a cliff. Too much stuff happening too fast. They need to bring back Bo DeMaio. So there are a lot of online chatter on I don't care what y'all do. I don't care who he was harassing. I don't care what pictures he was sending. Bring it back. So we'll see.
I mean, hey, there's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be, so what form of harassment? How big a harassment? Define harassment. I mean, was this locker room stuff? I get there. I mean, there's going to be plenty of us who are going to make plenty of excuses. I mean, it is what it is.
There's a lot of enabling going on.
Of course, but it was, there were, I mean, it was even the Savage Land episode. That could have easily been 2 episodes. And I think X-Men Night, the original series would have definitely had that be a week. I mean, 5 episodes.
Definitely.
Definitely. I mean, they had a very slow pacing on their episodes to me.
Yeah, it was a difference for sure.
Yeah. So this, I think, that is a 100% fair complaint to me, because the pacing is very wow. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been nice for them to let some of it breathe a little bit more. And yeah, 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4. It's just like, what are you gonna do? So I'm rewatching a bunch of stuff now, and trying to watch it, how it originally or how it should go. So I rewatched the Guardians films, really enjoyed them. Now I'm like, all right, we got to bring this stuff back because I've watched some stuff out of order. I'm watching Daredevil season 1, then I'm going back into Agents of Shield season 3, and it's wild. Daredevil is like 10 episodes, and it's like, man, there's a lot happening. And then Agents of Shield is just like, we got 23 episodes. What do you want to do? I'm like, 23 episodes, which is crazy because that was the norm. Now it's like, what a long season. 23 episodes? So much.
I mean, in 23, you're gonna get some filler episodes. I mean, there's no way.
I don't know if I would agree with that for Agents of Shield, at least season 2. I haven't, of course, haven't finished season 3. Season 2, they were all pretty solid. Nothing where I felt like, yeah, they could have skipped this one.
Nah, because season 3 does a really, I mean, Agents of Shield that it would a lot of the shows should have figured out. Hey, we don't need to have season-long arcs, bad guys. We need to have 12-episode bad guy. Then have that lay the groundwork for that second half. And I think season 3 of Agents of Shield is just that's the stuff. I mean, if I'm not wrong.
Season 3 is where they're going heavy into the Inhumans, and then on another tweet, this guy was like, "Yo, season 4 of Agents of Shield, what is the best thing that Marvel Studios has done?" I'm like, "All right, look, find your breaks," but I agree in a lot with that sentiment. It's great, not the best thing that Marvel Studios has done.
Yeah, 3. Okay, now I see I see one of the lead characters in season 3.
Sparkles.
Oh yeah.
It's excellent.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, but that I'm trying not to spoil if you forget who's in that season.
I pretty much remember that's Powers Booth, that's Husk. Like, Ward gets his payback. We have the mystery death. So I remember, I guess the big highlight.
Okay, you remember the biggest part because I'm like, yeah, I liked how they went with the bigger arc of what Hydra is, and kind of gave it that deeper lore. Which, hey, Hydra's not just this, offshoot. Hydra's been around for thousands of years. And Powers Booth is such a great character, and there is a. Yeah, Powers Booth is a perfect smarmy. Like, wait a minute, I thought you weren't. Like, no, I'm old school Hydra. Like, I'm legacy Hydra. You can keep your Aaron Pierce's. I'm Hydra. We're a different breed Hydra. Like,
yeah. Okay, so that's that. So we talked a couple days ago, yesterday, about let me see here. Rick Cage. Oops. Did I earn a minor degree in college on drama, story writing? Nah, just communications degree, my friend. Hydra weren't just Nazis. They just used them for convenience sake. Right. I mean, they were just Hydra was awesome. Started rewatching Wolverine and the X-Men. They did that show wrong and should have gotten a few more seasons. That's the main reason why I haven't finished watching it. But also the title. Because I felt like, dude, everything is Wolverine and the X-Men.
Jeff, if you want to see your boy Scott get neutered, man, that's a show for you.
The trench coat. Why is he wearing a trench coat?
He's so lame. I remember, y'all came up with a really good cliffhanger to try and get that season 2, but I'm okay with that. That is not what a show I would fight to get a season 2. It's okay, we're good. Time's moved on.
Keep on moving, don't stop. No. All right. And I was like, man, Andrew Garfield is one of the more underrated, delivers one of the more underrated performances in a comic book movie. I feel like his Peter Parker so well fleshed out for college era Peter, who's figuring out his way in life. And I really, really would have loved to have seen what they did with the Amazing Spider-Man 3, just because they seem to be starting up their own Sinister Six for him, and I was ready to see where they were going to go and maybe introduce a Mary Jane Mary Jane Watson for him because after the Gwen Stacy thing, it's like my guy needs a happier ending because geez, y'all just did it to him. But I thought his Spider-Man is great. One of my favorite performances, and I feel like after No Way Home, he's gotten a little bit more of a bouquet of flowers sent his way. But I always felt like this guy was really good. And because Tom Holland is great, we kind of forget that. And I'm on the boat where we can have multiple great Spider-Man and Garfield and Tom Holland. Toby, you just have to respect him. Excuse me, because he couldn't do what they did with his Spider-Man. It was just stay within the lines. Don't do anything too risky. Maybe do a little bully dance, flip your hair. That's as far as we're gonna go. And then people hated that. So they're like, sorry, we made a wrong call.
Yeah.
It's kind of looking forward to seeing that Rhino. Yeah, I think that would be a fun figure still. It's just I love how that movie takes Peter through a really great Peter Parker comic book arc. And finding out about the truth with his parents, the whole deal with Harry. It's just love it.
I like there was that mystery of his parents, which is, hey, this is new ground. Like, hey, we can go here. Like, we don't know. I mean, this is changing the mythology that it's not a so fleshed out mythology. It's like, oh, this doesn't happen. It's, well, we never knew. Like, this is very comic booky. Hey, this is left field, but let's explore. Let's go.
They have kind of comic booky done some more stuff with his parents. I need to remember exactly what point I decided everything that I read at Marvel didn't matter. Because there's definitely a point. Maybe it was when Ragnarok took the lightning bolt through Black Goliath, and I said, all right. And then when Hank Pym started merging with Ultron, I was like, okay, we are so good. I guess, I mean, there are pockets of the universe that I was fading out on, and then I was like, Doctor Strange, take me away. Anyhow, so you and I are going to break down our favorite underrated comic book actors, characters, performers, whatever you want to call it. Let's do 2 and 2. We'll keep going back and forth from there.
Okay.
And the next week, we will probably go to the worst. Garfield is the Tito Jackson Spider-Man. I like his art. You go first. Who are your first two?
All right.
So let's see how many I'll need to take off.
Yeah, I gave myself a long list of characters to go with. So I'm gonna start with Lena Luthor from Supergirl. As much as we dog Supergirl, Lena Luthor was really, I mean, she was not a stand-in for Lex Luthor. She was her own character. They wrote her really well. And the arc she took with Kara Danvers throughout the show was really well done. And
yes. Katie McGrath, yes.
Yeah, it was a really well done. And I think there was a lot of compromises towards the end of that series. And I think I don't know if she made it to the end of the series, but her portrayal as the Luthor in the show was really well done and really kind of helped ground. I mean, it didn't help ground the show. It just made it better. So that's my first one. My second one is going to be Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
I debated him, but I'm like, who watched that show and felt like Cottonmouth wasn't one of the characters? I'm like, yeah. If you watch that and were like, bad guys, whatever. Like, yeah. I'm like, he can't be underrated in this one.
That's kind of, he's a hard one to say was underrated, but he's not in the whole first season. So his arc is a small arc, but it's very impactful. And it really sets you in this, Luke Cage is, he's a complicated man, but even our bad guys, man, it's rough out here for the bad guys. So I that is my second, because that was perfect. His was perfect. All right.
So I'll stay on that realm with you. I will go with Theo Rossi's character, Shades, because Shades is a low-key great character in it.
Mhm.
And he doesn't, when you think of Luke Cage, you think of Mariah, you think of Cottonmouth, you don't think of Shades, who is just great all the way through, and just a really intriguing, interesting, which way is this guy gonna go? It's a lot of fun. And I feel like maybe she's not underrated, but I'm gonna say it because I don't hear enough noise about her. Simone Missick. Let me see. Wait. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Her name is like her last name almost could be a first name. As Misty Knight, she was great. And regardless of whatever show she was in, I like, yo, she's probably one of the few where I was like, I hope the show of yours doesn't last long so you come back to the MC. Come on, CBS, do what you normally do. Cancel the show because I thought she was great. I want to see a Daughters of the Dragon special. Speaking of their murmurs, their rumors, we're going to get Heroes for Hire, Marvel Spotlight. Yes, make that happen. Those two are great together. Luke Cage, Iron Fist, in an hour, 85-minute special. Always sign me up for that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mariah, she's on fire.
I mean, it was funny when you mentioned Shades. I literally came into the scene where, like, okay, Mariah, don't worry. And he's like, that was such a like, don't worry, it's worked for us. Yeah,
Michael Solis. Wonder Man was a very good performance. Bad Wonder Man, but they just changed the name and made a random X-Men mutant. You know what? I agree with that. If they it's just a slice of life character you've never heard of before, it would have been fine. No ties to Wonder Man because I feel like it really didn't have much ties to Wonder Man. And I feel like I could have appreciated, watched it for what it was, and just been like, yeah, that was fine. But when you tie it a character who's been around since the 60s, I have certain expectations, and that did not deliver. Who's next for you?
Okay.
Who are your next?
My next one is going to be BB from Daredevil Reborn. I mean, BB was so it was like, oh, she's a stand
Born Again. That's why I was like Reborn. I was like
Born Again. Okay, that's right. That's where I messed up. Born Again. All right. Yeah. And BB was calling her, oh, she's a Ben Urich stand-in. Okay. But then it was very much with the Gen Z flair to it. And then how her evolution, if you haven't watched Born Again, I'm not going to spoil how her character evolves, but it is really cool. And you start, you're okay. I see. Oh, okay. You're really bringing something extra to this team. And Born Again usually does not have bad throwaway scenes, and she does a very good job. And when she's on the scene, yeah, you're about to see something. So yeah, that's my first.
Hey, David Thanos, yes, Ben Urich was good. He's just started to get more screen time in the first season of Daredevil. As I watch him, I'm like, what a great character. I hope he sticks around for multiple seasons.
Yeah.
Please see Simone Missick as Missing Knight was nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Respectfully. Yes. All right. Go ahead. Who's your second one?
My second is actually from the same universe. Wesley. Wesley. Yes, sir. Wesley is if you want goon number one, like efficient.
He's not above goon. He's the goon handler.
Yeah, he's his lieutenant, like commander. This guy got it done. It was no problem. Like, you don't need to be here. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was such like, you've just thrown somebody against the wall. Don't worry, we got this. Yeah, you're right. I'll go in the limo. Like, no problem. Wesley was handling it so bad. And it was like, wait a minute. What? Like, wait a minute.
We were watching that episode like, no way.
Like, this isn't how I'm supposed to react here. Wait a minute. But,
right. And rewatching it, you've been to show up for a minute on the show. And Wesley's just dealing with all these. He's like making rounds, like, yeah, my employer needs this squared away.
Yeah.
He does? We won't say his name. All right, whatever.
I mean, he's handling all the crime bosses. It's, my employer wouldn't like this. Okay. We'll see what we can get done. Okay.
So I will continue on with your path there. And I'm going to go with two actors whose replacements have become the gold standard of these characters. Excuse me, we don't say his name. We don't. um, Penny and Dime. Thomas Jane's Punisher, which I thought was really good. This is one of those, let's just try something different. They did. And I felt like as far as a Punisher, I mean, taking him out of New York was a choice, but I thought it was a good Punisher movie. I thought Thomas Jane really got the whole vibe of the Punisher down. And it's just one of those deals where I think he would have been just fine in the MCU, treated and taken care of storyline wise a little bit better. Cause I thought he had the whole pathos of Frank Castle down and the whole, I have zero remorse. I want to see all you sons of goats dead and I'll be fine with it. Next up, his counterpart in that, Ben Affleck's Daredevil. I feel like now people are coming around, hey, maybe Ben Affleck's not a bad actor. I've always defended the extended edition of his Daredevil. I have to always make that caveat, not the regular version. It's ironic. He's an actor where it's like, no, don't go for the standard version. Go for the deluxe version of Batman vs. Superman. Go with the extended edition of Daredevil. Go with the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. It's just like his superhero stuff is always better long form. But I thought he really got Daredevil down. And I feel like if he were Daredevil in the MCU or in the Netflix versions, people would really like, oh, he was great. And even dyed his hair. So, points for that too. So yeah, absolutely for that one. Those are my two. Who's next for you?
Okay. My next one is going to be OG's Black Canary, Sarah from the Arrow series. I think I really enjoyed season 2 of Arrow because of her arc. I thought, when they teased her in the end of season 1, it was, oh shoot, okay, we're gonna bring Black Canary in here. Well, wait a minute, we know who Black Canary is. What are y'all doing here? And her introduction and her motivation, and kind of how she did things was really well done, and it was so well done they gave her a whole nother series, which was a bad call for all the reasons. I like was it Katie Cassidy's evolution to the character, but they screwed it up in the end. I mean, it was one of those, we're trying to have it grounded, but then we introduce a world where it's not grounded, and then we can easily just make that happen, but we're gonna cheap out and come up with all these other ways around it. But yeah, so OG Sarah.
Hold on, you raise a good point. The Arrowverse had 2 great Black Canaries and decided to get rid of both of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was we're trying to do a spinoff show where we're going to use Black Canary, and we killed off the one Black Canary. I mean, yeah, it was a whole lot of choices were made, all of them bad. My next go, I'm gonna stick into the Arrowverse, is actually Cisco. Especially after Arrow, I was wondering.
Oh, I don't know why I was like, what in the world does Cisco Enter the Dragon have to do with this discussion? I was really like, huh?
Like, I didn't think we're going Thawne, but okay. Let me see how he's not a lead. But Cisco was really pivotal to what made the Flash show work. Was it a perfect Flash show? No. Barry should have been doing every one of their jobs. But if we're going to follow the model of Arrow, having a team, builds it up, yada, 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 breaks it down every year, Cisco was part of the glue that really made that show. And his absence was severely felt as soon as he left, it was like, nope, we have a problem here, Houston. And it did not, it was just, I think it was the last 2 seasons, like, can you put this out of its misery, man? Jeez. Like this show makes no sense now, and having this team of people who don't even have computers. I mean, they're not even scientists hanging around. Like, what is going on here? Yeah, but yeah, he was really
great. You might have got to Jace before he did. Listen, in the Class series that they went and told us Felicity's real name was Iris, I feel like the show would have been better. In the Flash series,
I mean, I just watched the Arrow show. I mean, sorry, it was the Flash episode where Felicity comes in. Is a crossover. Is like, yo, I get what you're going. You don't have to. You do not have to make Felicity the love interest. You can actually make you guys did weirdly probably chemistry test with Barry and Felicity and Iris, but it was like, yo, this is probably the way you should go. Like, you can move Felicity
right?
Flash,
yeah, because Arrow hadn't gone that long where it was like she's ingrained as a cast fixture. We can't move her.
Yeah, it was
that chemistry was real.
Yeah, I mean, because Felicity kind of already said. I mean, in the first season of Arrow, yeah, I kind of had a shady past. Whoop! like, yes, my name is actually Felicity West. I mean, Felicity Iris West, which they did for, what was it? Dinah was not Dinah.
It just got annoying with what they did with the Black Canary characters. Thanos says wheelchair Harrison Wells. Once we got all this 50 variations,
he was on my list because I'm like, OG Wells was that dude. I mean, I mean, there was nothing bad. I mean, when his character, that first is like, yo, this is kind of dope. And then it was, what's going on here? Wait, Council of Wells? Oh gosh,
the Council of Wells is what pushed it over. Because it was fine for like season 2, but when we got to that, I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I think the problem was they rushed Iris, where in like every other example, ironic for a show called The Flash, they rushed the relationship. But in every other show, they would have gone through 4 or 5 love interests before finally putting Barry with Iris, and moving so quickly to that made it like there was nowhere else for them to go.
Jeff, remember they had Patty, they had
but that was, I mean, they established her as his one true love, his in-game, I'm going to be with her. If they had just kept them apart until like season 4 or 5, and it was like, why have I been looking at all these other girls? It was always you.
I mean, it was because she had a couple of relationships. I mean, they were keeping them apart for a long enough time in their eyes, but they wanted to get to Crisis where they're, how they did their thing.
Crisis? Weren't they together by like season 2?
No,
by the end of season 2. When was Patty on?
Okay, wait. So Crisis, at the end of season 2, he goes into Flashpoint. And they break up again.
Okay.
And that pulls them apart for at least another year.
Yeah. But at that point, it was already like, this is where this is ending.
Yeah.
All right. Iris is always in trouble.
Good.
She was a reporter. I mean, that's the reporter playbook in those shows. Yep. Did you do your 2?
If I didn't, I got... I did.
Who's your last one?
I did my OG Sarah. And then my next one is going to be Betsy Tolik's Lois Lane. I know she's a second title character, but especially after watching some shows, how they do cancer, Betsy killed it. I mean, it was very, very emotional, very good, really helped the show. And I think her performance was knockout.
All right, so 2 for me. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as a comedian in Watchmen. He was great. And just like, yep. Billy Cudrup in Watchmen is Dr. Manhattan. Those 2 were really good. I thought the cast was all around really good. I thought those 2 in particular were great. And I know it's sort of like this thing of, I don't like Zack Snyder's movies. I don't think Watchmen should have been adapted. But I feel like if you like Watchmen, you dug the movie, those two performances are really hard to ignore and be like, whatever. So those two for me. What's next?
Good. You fast on this. Okay, all right. That's
We got others to get to.
Okay. All right.
And we got trivia.
My next. Oh yeah. We did OG Wells. Okay. So my next one. Chloe Sullivan. If Chloe had left in season 3 of Smallville, I don't think they get to season 9. I think Chloe helped. I mean, I like the show, but I think she got to the point where you could have Lana, you could have Lois, and all assorted others. If you didn't have Chloe, you take Chloe out. It's like you did Pete the Boss Ross.
Pete the
Boss Ross. If you take her out, the show probably collapses. It's not as good.
You know why it worked? Because they didn't put her and Clark together.
I mean, even though it was kind of ridiculous, they put Oliver with her. It was like, okay, right. That's a choice. I don't agree with it. But and yes, and next one, as has already been said, Lionel freaking Luthor. Lionel. I mean,
Jonathan Glover.
I mean, especially if you just only thing I remember him was for his 2-second cameo in Batman and Robin. You thought he was horrible, but he is so manipulative, evil. When that show first starts, he is the worst. He is the devil incarnate, and then how his character evolves is really good. And that his finale, well, his 7th season exit was really good. It was when it happens, you're like, I don't like this season, but that's a bad way to go. I mean, and hearing the backstory on that episode is like, wow, really good. So, but yeah, he kills it. Yeah, but that's my next one. That's my next 2.
All right, awesome. So let's see. What, no love for Carl Lumbly Manus and Phil Morris as John Jones? I mean, it's not a monopoly here. Feel free.
Yeah.
Is Allison Mack really underrated though? Don't most people like Chloe? Great question, Jamelin. Don't most people like Chloe, Jace?
I mean,
yes.
if you think the show could actually work without Chloe, I mean, she's underrated. She's not a title character.
There you go. All right, let's see. I am going to go with 2 that don't get enough love. Mark Strong as Sinestro in Green Lantern. Because
Chief would appreciate it.
It's so annoying because he would have been a perfect Lex Luthor. I think the only character that he didn't work for is Dr. Savannah. Dr. Savannah needs to be shortened. Squat. And he's great as Sinestro. It's like, oh man, bring him on to fight him. And I'm like, wait, no sequel, which means no. And all of a sudden, the random thing with him putting on the yellow ring, it's just like, boo. Y'all knew that was something we wanted to see. Why not start off with that? And Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag in Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad. He was really good. And I felt like Rick is that character that was so essential to making those films work because you need that grounded, no powers, no special abilities. He's just bossing these jokers around, not sure if he cares about them. And I felt like that was a misstep, killing him off. And I know Gunn was like, I got plans with this. I can do some stuff. But I just felt like he was too good a character to kill off and not do more with. All right, so go ahead. What's your next one?
My next one is going to be Wong from Doctor Strange. The first movie, I think he really actually helps kind of move the pacing of the story. And now that he is the essential Coulson character in our new X-Men, our new universe, I mean, I think he's done a very good job.
Who is not in Avengers Doomsday, by the way.
Which makes no sense. I mean, he's the actual Sorcerer Supreme and not going to be in Doomsday against a mystic character. No notes there. My next one is going to be I'm going to go a hard one. Ben Affleck from the Snyderverse. I know. Jumping out here, kicks. But again, Ben Affleck's, you buy him is every part of Batman. I mean, it's this dude. I mean, you see him coming out. He's drinking the family winery down. Alfred's like, man, are we gonna have any kids? Nah, man. I'm drinking. I'm handling that problem. That winery's gone. That wine cellar. I'm knocking that thing down. And then him actually working to do all the Batman things is, hey, I want to change a voice box, working to do this stuff. It just, I mean, again, I'm basing this always on Batman and Superman Extended Edition. But all the things you get to before you get to that fight, I think he has a really good turn. I think he does a really good evolution of his character. So that's my two.
Nice. I did consider that because, like, let's go with the deeper cut. But I'm with you. Yeah. I feel like he doesn't get mentioned enough in terms of like the best Batman. And it's funny because when you go best Batman, people want to default and Kevin Conroy was like, he wasn't on screen as Batman that often. So
only one.
I know. But it was just like, my final two, another movie, and I've already mentioned this, Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman in Spider-Man 3. He was great. He was the best part of the movie. Okay. He looked like Sandman for the comic books, which was something we weren't getting from those other movies. They're like, no complaints. He actually looks like he's supposed to. He was good. I was like, why don't we see more Sandman in No Way Home? And finally, we're going to go with Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane because not only is he underrated, because I mean, like when you think of the top 10 best Marvel Studio villains, I don't think his name comes up. But without him, I don't know how long we roll with this thing because he's just enough of a bastard character where it's like, oh, that was a twist. I mean, if you're not into the comic book lore, and of course, you know, they change that stuff up all the time. So it's not like, oh, okay, because this character is mentioned, like Killer Frost being in Flash. And okay, is she ever going to turn? But I thought Obadiah was really essential, and Jeff Bridges gave him this swarmy business guy. Oh yeah, I'm the man behind the man. I'm fine with that. That's great. I think what's important here is that Tony's back. Don't worry about all that. He's not making weapons crap. He's making weapons, baby. We're still getting paid. I thought he was really, really good.
Yeah, let's go.
Excuse me. Thomas was a great Sandman. Thank you. I feel bad about this. No. I feel like he could have been good, but I think the script really let him down.
That's it. I mean, I will say this. If you wanted someone who looks like he could play Dr. Doom, he did.
Yes.
Because they were very much on the, villain has to take up half the story, has to have comedic elements and quippy. That's where they lost on Dr. Doom. I mean, we're gonna I'm gonna say this every time. Earth's Mightiest Hero. Doom is so dismissive. Like, get out of my face. Like, I needed you. Like, that's Doom is. I am higher purpose intelligence. Like, move out of my way. Like,
why are you here? Zoe Saldana, Idris Elba, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Chris Evans, et al. The Losers. Cool. Excellent call. And yeah, I love that movie. I mean, it's just like, look, it's all these other characters from other stuff in a movie. Mm-hmm. Very fun. Blake, also, Stane really gave it to poor Peter Billings in a cave with scraps. Exactly. Yeah. He's so good in that thing. Somebody just goes off on him. I didn't know that, future DC Warrior. All right. Well, hopefully Henry G is ready. About time for a little trivia. This is the quickly whipped up, no pictures. So apologies, everyone who looks forward to those. Let's see here. Where'd you go? Let's see. Oh, that's right. And let me go. Save. There we go. Great.
I'm reading Thanos' comment where he says, anything Smallville did will be better than anything Gunn did. It's like, I'm not. He's right on that.
I just feel like he messed up and he went too quirky way too fast when he didn't need to. I was like, you really just need to stay basic with this thing. All right.
Okay.
Boop. I really agree. The writing did his Doctor Doom, especially horrible because if he was written like he was in those cartoons, he would have been awesome. And I'm very curious and intrigued to see what Robert Downey does with his Doctor Doom because I feel like if they just wrote Doom well, it'll be fine. All
Well,
right.
I mean, the fact that they've already given Doom an accent is a good starting point to me.
Yes. Michael Solis is in. All set to go. Only 10 this round.
All right.
And no pictures. I apologize already. David Thanos, Chandler Parks. Pack Rats in. Who is not Henry G. Snake Eyes, I'm back at 579. Still time if you want to join it. The X Factor, that is Henry G. Please see. All right. So we got a bunch of the formers. I think we've got all the champions in here now.
Okay.
Oh, what's the link again? I'll put it in the chat. Just one quick second. Oops. It's that right there. But let me do that. Thank you. All right. One more minute so Blake can get in here.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to give you all a heads up on this one. This is somewhat subjective. Not all of it is factual. Some of it is opinion based, but if you listen to this show, you might know what the facts are, according to one Jeffrey Lass.
Probably need to type in your nickname and you'll drop it.
Downey's too small to play Doom. Doom should have some stature to have that menacing look at least. Doom is a cold character if done right. He should have armor, so it shouldn't be that he's too slight or anything. You know what, Jamlin? I'm going to figure out a way to take points away from you for that remark.
The answer to the question is Nosferatu.
Hey, Blake, try to put that pin in. I think you have to add in your name or something.
Yeah. If Chief was on, he'd drop out of the screen right now. He'd be like,
They have a special edition of Nosferatu, and the cover on the box is him on top of her in bones. I'm buying that for Chief for a Christmas present.
oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
code. Oh, scan the QR code. That's something else you could do too. And once you enter the game, into the pen for the game, you need to select your nickname.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Another few more seconds. Huh. It's weird. I don't know why you're not coming through. Odd. All right. Tell you what, Blake. Tell you what. Send me your answers then, and I will tally them up. See if you're right. All right. Let's go and start this thing up here.
All right.
Oh, Blizzard. Yeah. There you go. You're here. We see you now.
Yeah.
Boom. Ultimate Superhero Showdown Awards.
Okay.
Worst villain.
Oh gosh.
Galactus, Parallax, Cream of the Golden Hills, or Kang. There is one answer.
It's one
if you listen, that is correct here.
There is no more answer.
They're bad answers, yes, but there is one terrible one. Cream of the Golden Hills.
Oh my gosh.
Parallax is terrible too. It's a cloud. But at least he's a cloud.
Even as a fart cloud, he's still better than Cream.
Someone try to get their title back.
God, I mean, when you send up that softball.
Best supporting character. Jimmy Olsen, Happy Hogan, Herbie, Alfred.
I'm gonna go with I know. Yeah, these are subjective answers.
It seems like most people got that one correct. All right, everybody else surging. Jace holds on, maintains his lead. Best Doctor Doom. First Mightiest Heroes Fantastic Four cartoon, Fantastic Four Rise of Silver Surfer, or the 2015 Fantastic Four movie.
2015 rock.
Lies. All lies. There is only one correct answer. You all are all correct. Jace with the high of 3 correct answers. Really creating a gap between him and everyone else. Best sidekick. Kid Flash, Buffy, Robin, or Wonder Girl.
Okay. I know. It's subjective. I don't know about this.
Most of you all got that one. Mega 579 closing the gap with Jace.
Yeah.
You're starting to feel the heat a little bit now, bro. Halfway there. Avengers Best. Avengers 2012, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, or Endgame.
This is subjective.
Quite. I can tell you which one it's not for sure.
I'm gonna go and say
that you didn't see that coming.
Okay. That's what. If there was anything, I was like, yeah, that's a good one.
Thanks.
I'm not really happy with it.
Ooh, that is fat.
Man, look at the jump, man.
Woo.
All right. You got that quick. Okay.
Yeah. Best Spider-Man. Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Nicholas Hammond.
Man,
hopefully you were listening.
Like, this is showing you've been listening to today's question.
Tom Holland was who I said was the best one.
One's great. One's really good.
Michael Solis now with the lead.
Oh,
man, it's all over the place tonight. Who will be the champion? Best DC movie?
Okay.
Steel, The Flash, Man of Steel, or Aquaman?
Man,
I
don't know about that
one. Right one.
This one ain't easy.
Really?
I mean,
who put Steel?
It was not me.
Michael Solis running away with it now.
I think somebody
He's fully off the board.
Dislike of certain scenes to knock me off that board.
It really did. Off the screen, no less.
I mean, it's competitive out here.
True or false? Doomsday will make more money than Brand New Day. Oh. It looks like it's going to make $1 billion domestically really soon. It's crazy. The X Factor. No, Jace took the lead. Where'd you come from? Number 9. MVP of X-Men 97.
Oh, man. Dog.
Rogue, Bishop, Nightcrawler, or Polaris? Nightcrawler.
Oh, solid answers, though.
Yeah. The X Factor has the highest answer streak of 7. Woo!
Wow.
And finally, for the win, best of the worst. Dark Phoenix, Fantastic Four 2015, Catwoman, or Green Lantern?
Okay. I think I know this answer.
Your spot as the champ depends
This is actually going to decide the last one, I'm pretty sure. Oh!
You all thought I would let a costume influence my decision on that one?
Yes.
Worst thought. Who won?
Who won indeed?
Michael Solis coming in at number 3.
Ooh, I don't know.
Jamelin, number 2. And number 1. Jeez!
Oh, that was close.
It was. The X Factor and Felicia 4-5. Congratulations, bro. You're the first 2-time champ.
You know, I think Doomsday has a good chance of being higher, but I think Tom Holland and the Spider-Mans have just been easy lock-in money. And
well, don't forget Dune is playing against it. So there's that whole deal of it having competition. Yeah. Spider-Man doesn't really have, because the Odyssey's been in theaters.
Okay. Hey, I said Catwoman too. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I again, out of those answers, it's the answer's Catwoman.
maybe. Tell you what, but I know that's on HBO Max. Why don't we put this to the test, dear brother? Okay. On Friday, why don't we watch Catwoman for our watch along for August? We'll see if Catwoman actually does bring the heat.
I will take your challenge.
Great. I'll see you at 7:05 on Friday.
I have not watched that. I've watched 2 seconds of that movie.
Awesome. That should be fun.
Yeah.
It was. Never saw Catwoman. Can't wait. Excellent. There we go. This should be a happening, as Gorilla Monsoon would say. Hey, listen, it's gonna be fun watching it together. A shared experience. All right, it's 10:08. Let's get to it. Who's your nominee for Dummy of the Week, dear brother?
All right, my dummy of the week. And I don't know if this is a troll job, but it's still just to put this down on paper is dumb to me. So my dummy of the week is IndieWire for literally having the temerity to put on paper that the best sequel of all time is Magic Mike XXL. Yes, I know you were thinking Godfather Part 2, but you're wrong. It's really Magic Mike Part 2. And the fact that there could have been a consensus of people to actually let them write that down before it actually got published, and somebody didn't say, I get we're trying to get traction, but this is crazy work. So for the fact that that actually got published and put out into the world makes IndieWire my dummy of the week.
I wasn't going to mention their name because Empire Strikes Back wasn't in the top 10. It was number 12. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I feel like even like that would have been better if they released it on April 1st. Then I'm like, I get it. I understood that reference. No. Yeah. But they for sure. Yeah. Anyway, dear brother, wait. I love Halle Berry. Never watched. I cannot wait for Friday now. You all are going to be in for such a treat.
Oh gosh, you're setting them up. I mean,
I'm setting no one up. Setting no one up.
We all know what we're in for, okay?
Hopefully, even especially those of you who've never seen it. That's gonna be awesome, dear brother. My buddy and I were lounging in a hotel room one year at San Diego and dozed off and woke up to some movie that looked kind of fun. Asked him what he was watching. He had woken up to it too. I can't wait to hear you say it was Catwoman. All right. Shout out to everybody who came through tonight. Rick Cage. Oh my gosh. I don't know how you're writing this. Snake Eyes, Omega 579, King Collector, Jalen Parks, Blake Tarpley, Henry G, Lacey, Mike Solis, Pack Rat, Future DC Warrior Cool, Mark A, hey, David Thanos, Vin Doom, Blake Tarpley. Appreciate you all.
Future Warrior Cool?
Yes. Like it is Catwoman. It was. We didn't finish it. Nice. It was okay. I cannot wait. This is going to be fun. Friday, we'll be here to do a watch along of Catwoman. The only question is, will you? And of course, tomorrow, I'll be back on for Loud's Figure Files. We will see you all on Friday. But for now, this episode of Loud's Movie Files has been filed.